Good morning, everyone. Or I guess I should say, howdy, folks. Spencer here. I'm just getting things started up. Server just came back online. I am putting out the ping in the Discord. Let me reply at live. There we go. Okay. So we also just had some brand new lobby items announced, so I will be looking at those also, but let me get the Narada over on to my account. So just bear with me for a moment. There we go. Death Boy, how's it going? Ethan, you're watching the huge news video. I mean, they got that huge news video got most of it. There was a set of announcements that just dropped afterwards, which is it's unfortunate I missed it. The news is almost as huge as the person delivering it. Terrible warp core. Mr. Toe, how's it going? Do I think they'll improve the damage of the Baal Lobi Omni set? I mean, that's sort of what the patch notes implied there. But, you know, I will probably not be looking at that stuff too much specifically here. My focus is more on the Narada right now. Also, it sounds like my audio is coming through too loud. I think I was at 45. There we go. Let me know if I'm too quiet. I'm still like trying to dial in the settings on this microphone. Beautiful. That's nicer. Okay. Pain. Marked a chief. That's good to hear. Good. Good. Okay. There be the Narada. Now I'm going to head over to New ROM and make sure I've actually got room for it. I should have done this like before the server went down this morning, but I was it's too quiet now. I mean, I can change it here. There, well, we'll try 49 dB again. Yeah, I actually won this the shipbox live when they were doing the giveaways a month or so back. Many of you watched that. But let me find where my upgrade's at. Here we go. Now let's go look and see if I have a ship slot still clear. No, I don't. Hold on. Yeah, I'm gonna dry dock the Kamari for right now. There we go. Narada. Okay. I'm gonna rename this to the name right here, and we'll do IR. Oh, there's no IRW at the front. That seems like an error. Look at this, an ARW, just so it's up near the top for me. I'm pretty sure the other Tal Shiar, like the Tal Shiar ships had IRW on them. But I guess this technically it's not Tal Shiar, right? Okay, there we go. Look at that. Look at that beauty right there. It's got the default interior off of the Tal Shiar adapted ships. There's no window options there. Material-wise, adapted Romulan, aged Romulan, augmented Dederadex, enhanced Romulan here. Narada. Romulan veteran was interesting for a moment, but I really don't like that pattern on the bottom of it there. Dark Eddie, how's it going? Yeah, let's just leave it with the default Narada. Okay, if you guys want to do size comparisons, I'm gonna go above new ROM space for size comparisons here. So the most militant pinecone. Time to blow your keys. Oh no. Yeah, I had a ship box ready. So this has been scaled down from the one that we saw in the movie, because the one in the movie like was multiple kilometers long. It just, you know, would not have fit in still. I'm gonna toss a different Vandy on. Let's do Lucari. Looked interesting in the thing earlier. Yeah, that still looks cool with the Lucari on right there. Doing good. Dan, how's it going? There's a Brignon thought right there, so you know, let me get real close to that. It's from this elitist logical person here. Double Pavin, let's go. You're not supposed to be able to do double Pavin. If you're able to do double Pavin, then that's not working as intended. They just said it on the Discord a little bit ago. Yeah, so this is very, very comparable to the Brignon thought. I think it might be a smidge longer. Yeah, I think the mass of the Brignon thought is still larger because there's a lot of dead space in here, a lot of open between all the little spikes there. So yeah, it's a pretty big ship. Cody, doing good? The default weapons are Kelvin Timeline Plasma. What TFOs count for the current event campaign? It's like Brotherhood of the Sword. I mean that's really the one you should be doing. Devil's Heart's there also. I'm sorry, Elite Jeffrey. Opening 130 boxes. Good luck. May the Stowe lockbox work in your favor. I see four wins. Oh no, there's a few more above. Yeah, I think these are new. I don't recall those being in the game before. They're not upgradable. Yeah, they look new. I don't recognize them. Mutara Alliance represent, yeah. Are there variants in the Dill store? Let's see here. Reclaim. No. Nothing showing in the Reclaim tab here. Let me do Kelvin. No. There's no more in the dill store. Let's see. What does platinum look like here? I mean, it looks slick, but I really do think with this ship, like the vanity shields that give it a bit of lighting are the way to go. And as expected, it does feature a warp core, not a singularity core. The torpedoes on this do not appear to be special. It just is the beam rays on it that appear to be a new, like, a variant. Yeah, but let's I mean, I bet they're probably close. Like the icon looks similar to like Ultimate Plasma. I'm gonna slap deflector engine core and shield on quick, and then I'll hop over to a patrol just to shoot them, just to see what they look like. I don't have a build on the ship yet, you know, so don't expect anything in that regard, but we can at least see what the visual is like. Do they have any special proc? I'm gonna have to. It looks like it's standard plasma. Yeah, it looks like standard plasma. Okay, I'm going into a patrol here quick. So Jupiter Gauntlet on normal. That happens. Am I having fun yet? You know it. Hopefully this drink doesn't get too loud. Did I miss the Narada tort boat? Terrible. Have I been? Been good, been busy. Am getting things set up here with this secondary channel. You know, just doing the streams on it. I got a lot of the features unlocked, so get excited for that. Okay, here are the new plasma beams that are on the ship. They again are not upgradable, so let's fire them. Hold on a second. Is there any comments from them in the Discord about these? Because like they're basically just like they sound like the the Kelvin phasers, but they're plasma. Yeah, I mean it is, but it's still like I want upgradable ones. Where's the upgradable ones? I want to be able to upgrade these. Yeah. Remember the... Yeah, I know. But we can bug them about that stuff now and get them to put versions in. Like, that's the difference now. That they have a way to give us more, you know, weapon variants. Like, I want these to be upgradable. Where's a dev at? Someone get a feedback rolling here. What are the name of these? I was looking at the trading channel earlier. I had randomly clipped this. There was a funny conversation this morning. Stowe inverted the phrase buyer beware to seller beware. That's just great, but let's close that. Damn it. I need to time this for 5 seconds. Lots of people opening boxes, yeah. Where I need upgradable versions of the Narada, Kelvin, plasma weapons. Cryptic, please. Okay, let's get that posted here. Feedback, tags, gear. Yeah, gear. There we go. Oh, I haven't even looked at my Pavin yet. Besides the Pavin Omni, yeah, I did see a bunch of people asking about that. So that seems like a very good, easy video. If you're doing a phaser setup, try lithium. The trilithium phaser Omni, because it's got that little bit of haste on it. If you're doing anti-proton, the Baul set Omni, that would be really good. The ultimate plasma Omni also would be really good. Bridger, the first set of gifted memberships over here. I appreciate that. Yeah, I went through and did the memberships earlier. So Bridger, those are the first 10 on the channel. I appreciate that. I haven't even talked about what's going on there yet, but let me derail for a moment. What's the best Lobby ship to buy? I mean, I wouldn't use your Lobby to buy a Lobby ship. Okay, let's go back to new ROM here, and let's get more size comparisons in. Bridger, as always, man. I appreciate you. I will say too that the order of what builds are coming to the channel first here is going to be a little bit different than the original plans. Well, Shiner, remember this is on the secondary channel. I would save Lobby for things that you can't get unless you have Lobby. Like anything that you can, sell. You can buy with Lobby and then sell. Like I would just use EC to buy those items off the exchange. Like the return is terrible. Like there's been so much Lobby introduced into the market that it's really just the most economical to save your Lobby for the things that they release that you can't get elsewhere. Okay, now I have the Platinum Vandy on the ship here. Let's do pink here quick. I mean that's got a vibe to it for sure. Yeah, I mean, if anyone wants to do size comparisons, I'm gonna really quick, because that's a good point. I did not show the Lance. I'm gonna go back into a patrol, show the Lance, and then I'm gonna come back out to New ROM. If you want to do a size comparison against your big ships, come to New Romulus #1. We'll look at the Borg set too after that. New Kelvin Bundle Vandy. I think I have the Zatvash. They turned off the Endeavor bonus early. Should have lasted another 3 hours. Terrible. I think, to compensate, they should turn the Endeavor event back on, for another week. I didn't really grind it too much compared to other people. I did not have it in me to do like 100, Endeavor perk points over the course of a week. I ain't got that in me right now. Really long load time here. Daniel, how's it going?
The recent conflict at Jupiter Station brought up.
Okay, yeah, I will look at the new Lobby stuff also, because there is some new Lobby stuff that's related to the Narada. But I'm going to fire the Lance here. I'm going to... Little bit of a charge up time with it, so it's definitely like a skill shot. Like, you'd want to have the targets lined up properly for you. Now, here is the console visual. Oh, and I didn't look, like, what is the damage buff on this? More details. Okay, so the damage bonus is up to 30% Cat 2 if you're at 100% HP when the when the console 10-second buff is done. So it's a minimum of 10% and it scales up to 30% at 100% HP. Yeah, and I'm glad that they went lockboxed with this compared to promo. I mean, personally, I feel like with promo ships, I'm just sort of tired of them. Lockbox is, you know, not much better, but there's at least more supply. Myth, how's it going? Okay, we are in New Rom. There's a bunch of people here with really big ships. Look at all the big, beautiful ships here. I see a Nadarian. There's already some people typing up some angry comments just seeing the ship there. Think they'll try promo one more time with the Athena and then retire it. It feels like most of the recent promo ships have just sort of been underwhelming. I'm gonna reverse this up. I need to get evasive on my tray. Evasive, where are you at? So I mean, compared to the Enterprise J, it still's, you know, it's a little bit longer. It's obviously not as wide, but I think the Assimilator is still like the largest ship in stow. Look, another they are common. Do I have Lobby on my character right now? I'll grab some Lobby in a moment. Yeah, Pav and Omni, I should check here. How's the reroll situation on that? Pavin, where you at? Cryptic. Can I park it and get next to the thought? Yeah. So I am needing to fix mods on my my Pavin. Terrible. Yeah, let's get next. Oh, there's the thought pulling up next to me. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's very comparable in size to the Odd Thought. Why is it so small? Because the one in the movie was like 8 kilometers long, I think is what I saw. Slyness, thank you for the Casual Builder membership. I just set the memberships up a little bit ago. YouTube was quick to approve them. I was surprised. I appreciate that. The memberships on this channel are set up a little bit different than the main channel. But that's because the objective here is that the memberships are going to do a little bit more. The idea is that like anyone at like the $10 tier or above is able to will be able to go into the Discord and submit a build request, and then anyone that's like a member can go in and vote, and whatever is like the highest in the month, I'm gonna, you know, do a video on. Like that was the or is the idea. I will say too, the build videos on this channel are going to be a, you know, at least right now are going to be a little bit raw, you know, more of the I'm turning the camera on and recording style. Because I just trying to get scripted stuff done right now is not really working out well for me. I can't with the kiddos, it's a bit hard to sit down and, you know, get like a 10 hours in on a scripted video. No updates there. I did post in the Discord. Like it's been posted in the Discord. What else is in announcements here? Nothing new. Yeah. Summon Narada duplicates with temporal disorder. Good idea. Yeah, so I've got the pink Vandy on right now. There was also a request for me to do the Borg visuals, so let me do that quick. This is the full like Borg engine, deflector, and shield here. The deflector, I will say the deflector looks good in there. Let me do set region FOV space 15. A little bit hard to see, but there be the deflector. That's next year's ship for your ROM. Yep, Kelvin Vandy shield. Doesn't really do too much, to be honest. Need to scream fire everything while spamming spacebar. Yeah. There's your Calvin Connie. Yeah, in the movie, it was obviously a much larger ship. Dark Eddie just sent me a DM. I should get my niece to voice over my build videos saying, "But Uncle Spencer, your DPS is atrocious." Terrible. Came in late. Yeah, let me pull up the platinum again. There you go. There be platinum on the Narada. Damn, the long crew's right outside my window right now. Terrible Cheops. Verified platinum looks sick on the Narada. Yeah. Did I see the YouTube monetization changes screwing over new channels? Yes, and that actually screws me over too. YouTube's pushing out changes that make it harder for you to set up a new channel to go in and get a channel monetized. They're basically doubling the watch time requirement. So right now you need 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 watch hours in the past year, or like 10 million shorts views. Oof, Z, that's a rough one right there. That happens though. But they're gonna double it. But the thing that's gonna screw me over is for shorts content. Basically, even for someone already in the partner program like myself, they're making it so if you do not have 10 million shorts views in the last 90 days, you cannot get any monetization from them. So even if I wanted to sprinkle in a couple like shorts here and there, which I know not everyone's a fan of, but if I wanted to, it would not really be viable. And I'm gonna pull something up here. My screen is still on still, that's good. But let me pull up analytics, revenue. I want to look specifically at shorts content. Revenue, let's do, can I do three, let's do 25. It's not giving me the metrics I want. Let's just say that for all of 2025, I didn't release too many shorts, but I got under $6. I got under $6 throughout all of last year from shorts. And there's the supersized vengeance right above. Like, I wish my vengeance was still that large. Like, that's a supersized one. Cash, thank you for bringing that out. So for those of you that don't know the history of the vengeance, when it was first added to Stowe, it was like insanely large, but eventually they scaled it down. But if you haven't went into the shipyard tailor, then you still have that original like supersized version. Hopefully a child can say Sagan properly. Yeah, it's supersized. Yeah, logical. It really is a rough situation. Like I'm fortunate, the streams here on the Builds channel, it's all taken care of. But if I want to get that like that hardware channel off the ground, the tech one, if I want to do it, and while the monetization's a little bit easier to gain access to, which at the 4,000 watch hours, then I'm gonna need to actually like start hitting that hard here in the next 1 or 2 months. You lost your supersized vengeance by equipping a vanity shield. Oof. They didn't give it the warp effect from the movie. Do the shrapnel torpedoes at least get a visual update? I'm not aware of any update to them. Yeah, from top down seems to be about the same size with the supersized vengeance versus the this here, and then for the odd thought, like it's like same size as the odd thought. Yeah, yeah. Are they not giving us a character slot with temporal agent? No. They don't do a free slot with most of the recruitment events now. And then down here we have Cheops in the infamous Ariori Jugg. Yeah, the Endeavor XP event ended early. Dark Eddie, it doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if you have monetization already on the channel. Like, if you're a YouTube partner, it's straight up like you have to have 10 million shorts views within the last 90 days to maintain monetization on shorts. So I looked into it, and it's just like it removes any incentive that there could have been for me to have done like shorts, because basically, like, unless, well, even if I was to get really successful with shorts, the first 10 million views I wouldn't even be able to monetize, and then you got to keep that up. That's just, it's rough. It's rough. Yeah, that's specifically on shorts. On everything else, like the long form, I'm still fine. Like videos are still good. Yeah. A bunch of people just won ships right there. Good. Just think, each of these ships that's won, like each time you see someone pop up with a ship won, you know, that's the game having made like 250 $300, you know, probably. It's just a crazy thing to think about. Yes, there is a 20% or no, I'm sorry, a 15% key sale along with the return of the keyring bundle. They also, yeah, the Herald bundle is here. I don't really want to buy that though right now. I just talked about that in my video earlier. The Muds bundles we were expecting to come back are back. The, you know, all the TOS stuff is on sale for temporal. The everything that's Romulan related is also 30% off right now. There's just a lot of sales going on right now in the game. I'm going to beam to ground quick because they also just added some new lobby items in. Unfortunately, that announcement came out after I already released my video. So let me just clear a little bit of space here. Lobby. The new items are ground related. So there's the Romulan repeater pistol. This is the pistol that we saw like Nero and the crew of the Narada using. And then there's also the Klingon Superior Officer Dagger, which would be from Into Darkness. Even the Romulan Doff pack, yeah. I wouldn't do the Romulan Doff packs when there's not a promo running. Like if you're gonna go for Romulan Doff packs, you know, at least wait for a promo sale. But I mean the Suliban Cell ship, like what are those at on the exchange? 120 mil? Like that's $10 worth of keys. Like I would go that route. How do we get those old Tal Shiar ships? The Tal Shiar Adapted Destroyer is a lockbox ship. It's also part of the 14th anniversary bundle. The Tal Shiar Adapted Battlecruiser is a Lobby ship, so that is much more affordable. Yeah, so I know the Romulan Doff pack is on sale right now, but let me pull it back up here. It's not the promo version. Like, don't buy that. The new bundle is I don't know if it can be repurchased. But like I said in the video earlier today, it is like everything from this is just a one-time claim. And then you can also sell them. So don't go too crazy with that. But yeah, the bundle is just a one-time claim. I don't know if you can buy it multiple times. That's the big question. Kale said you can buy it as much as you want. Okay. The Riemann Borgdorf is on sale. I don't really think it's that great. I'm seeing a ton of messages. So yeah, you can do 2 pop-ins. I'm seeing a bunch of messages about that. That's not supposed to be a thing. So don't get used to it. Dread, we appreciate your sacrifice. Okay, let's look at these ground weapons here. Let's get this upgraded. I mean, that's a bug that happens with a lot of set items, is where you can have an upgraded and then a non-upgraded on at the same time. Um, you know, for instance, the executor weapons from the Klingon event earlier this year. That's part of the reason that we have a ban on them on the table, because the proc on them is showing up and doing a ton of damage. But there's also ways to slot multiple on a build. Like when Kanoid and I were like doing infecteds and really pushing that, we were seeing in some runs where that proc was doing like upwards of 1,000,000 DPS. That's why that's banned, because it just is it's doing too much right now. Okay, I ran out of upgrades for the moment. I'm just gonna put the Lobby back in. Let's go into a Jupiter ground here.
You've arrived.
Okay.
Good. Forgive me if I skipped them.
So for the melee weapon here, the Klingon dagger, this has a passive on it. Whenever you deal melee physical damage, plus 10 all damage resistance rating for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times, so max of plus 50 res. And then plus 3% run speed for 10 seconds, stacks up to 5 times also, so max of plus 15. Nosy. And then that just does physical damage after that. For the Romulan repeater pistol, yeah, I think the special thing here, let me look at the details. Let's just get that on here. Oh, the Klingon thing is a device. Nice. So that Klingon Superior Officer Dagger, that is a device. That's not even like a weapon slot weapon. That's cool. Was there anything else in more details here? No. Was there anything that I missed here? This weapon uses plasma energy as ammunition. Attacking with this weapon requires plasma energy. Your plasma energy will gradually refill over time. Okay. That's interesting, but let's see what the knife looks like here. So this is the new dagger that they put in the Lobby store, which I'm guessing is from Into Darkness, the scene like the D4X and all that. And then here is the pistol. Oh, I have a knife bugged in my hand there. So this is the pistol from Nero's, but that Nero and the crew were using on the Narada. Yeah, Brad. Okay, let's take a look here at this though, like actually shooting things. Yeah, so if you've used some of the Romulan repeater stuff before, this is going to be like that. Riker, I'm not aware. I haven't heard anything yet.
Janeway's trapped in transporter room 1. Go get her.
Spencer one-shotting these dudes and he'll be like, it's an okay RP weapon, buy it for immersion. I'm on normal difficulty.
Heads up. Incoming hostile.
I mean, it's cool.
Damn. He has partial transporter access. Site to site only.
Yeah, I know. Believe me, I got a lot of messages about the Pavin.
You're clear to proceed. Get to the transporter room.
Yeah, it's paper gun on Elite, yeah. It looks cool. YouTube chat is disabled. The YouTube chat, the only reason it would be disabled is if you're there is a requirement that you've been subscribed for at least a minute. But the YouTube chat, there's people talking in it right now. There's 166 on YouTube and 47 on Twitch. Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to get back to the Narada because I haven't actually put a build on it yet. I've been looking at all this other stuff. So let's get that done here. See if I can clear myself a little bit more inventory space. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Yes, the likes are appreciated. I wonder what kind of build this diverse shipbuilder will be using. Oh, look, I don't know how to do any different builds. Didn't you know? Logical. What does chat want to see? What type of build do you guys want to see on the Narada? Do you want to see a beam build, a cannon build, a plasma fire wheel build? Like, what do you want to see? Other than the huge Rami carrier, are there any good Rami ships? Delkina, Valdor, Scimitar. Exceed rated limits. What core and shield am I using? The core is the Tholian nucleating. It has a really nice effect where when you get a kill, it drops a bunch of these Tholian crystals that can do more damage. And then the shield is the Kittimer. Just to see the visual. Okay, I know you keep bringing that up. Let me put a quad photon on. I will put a quad photon. There we go. I'm going to go in and fire my quad photon at a target really quick for you to see the visual. ERL is a good call. I don't know if people are being sincere with that. No, Praetora. It is not the best sale.
Recent conflict.
Enemy ships warping in near projection station Alpha. We have multiple hull breaches and
Whoa. What did I just see there? Oh, that was cool. You see where all those like torps were coming from? Those like different spikes had different torps. I mean, that was cool. Yeah. What I need from the devs is like upgradable versions of the Kelvin plasma that are on this ship, but I also need like an actual shrapnel torpedo. Like not the console. Give me a torpedo, like an actual shrapnel torpedo. Yeah, that was the jellyfish torp. You guys, you want to see ERL because you know it's not good. You know it's not good even with the trade on this ship. But I will oblige what you guys are wanting. And then I will put a fire wheel setup on it and then proceed to do like 4 times more damage. Like, I will oblige what you guys are saying, even though I know for a fact that there's quite a few of you trolling right now. At least dildo of consequences there. What do you mean? This chat is an inquisitive, lovely bunch of people who are not interested in being trolls? Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Has there been any bites on that thread so far? No. I mean, I would spend Lobby on like a good shrapnel torpedo. Forced to subscribe to chat. Fundus, how's it going? I haven't looked at the remaster yet. Been looking at all the other stuff here. I like the new plasmas, but we can't upgrade them. Makes me sad. I can now put on, I'm just thinking here, I can put the ultimate plasma on alongside, and I can re-engineer this? Good. Yeah, I know, Cash. Beautiful. Yeah, the remaster. I've heard people very happy about it. I just haven't looked at it myself. I think I saw that there was some pictures posted though in the Discord, so let me pull those up quick. Yeah, here we go. Beautiful. 60 keys and you got 2 T5 boxes. We appreciate you supporting the STL servers. When you're buying more Zen to get more keys, you know, remember Epic creator code CasualSAB. No, I couldn't, Chiaps. Oh yeah. That's a good point. I could just look here. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Yeah, there's the remaster. Try Zap Vash Vandy Shield. I don't seem to have that on hand unless I'm just blind. Yeah. Yeah, there's bound to be a lot of them on the exchange. Oof, pain. That is painful. I don't have that Vash on me right now. Okay, we're doing a plasma setup here. Gotta lean into the theme, and I can go dual beam bank or beam array. Let's do beam arrays. I know it's terrible. It's terrible, Skylar. Ruins the immersion. Okay, I guess I'll just have the advanced piezo on. Torps and mines. This isn't really a ship that is going to do very well with that style of build. I'm not saying you couldn't do a torp build on this. I'm just saying it's not going to be as good as what you could do on other ships. Give me timeline claps. Let's see here. Chronometric, where you at? And I need emerge powered engines. Here, let's get... Need a grab well here, which I already went past. And then a scramble sensors. Then down here will be a jam sensors for another uncon. So right here so far, I've got jam, tractor, scramble, and grab well on the side for uncons. Then I have another 2 with the temporal, chronometric, and timeline collapse. Have they unlocked the console of the other set ships to be used on any ship? I feel like they should have. Do I not have that on this character right now? Oh, here it is. Yeah. Yeah, you can use the shrapnel torpedo console here. Took 80 keys. I mean, 80 keys isn't bad. Can I see myself flying this ship for a long time? I think this is, I mean, this is a good ship, but I fly a lot of ships. Chronometric or Heisenberg, they're both fine. Kind of wish you bought the legendary Simi instead. Terrible. Okay, I need to get consoles on here, so let's get the Ilios on, custom power matrix. And I want to do this as more of a like actual like plasma setup. As I say that as I put broadside on, but let's get fleet power on. Let's get DPRM. Need subspace fracture tunneling field here. I'm going to put escalation on from the Damocles for that power buff. Then I'm going to just slap a bunch of plasma isomegs on here. You know, I know we don't want to have a bunch of clickies on. At least that's what I have heard from some people. Thank you, Spirit of Sacrifice. I almost forgot. And I have to have Spirit on. You're interested in how this turns? I'm getting there slowly. Slowly and surely. Let me just lock in here and get this sorted out. Okay, buff-wise, we're going to start off with a fire we'll set up, and then I can do an ERL afterwards, if that is something that people actually want to see. But yeah, let's start with fire at will, and I'll do narrow sensor bands 2, and then I can also do null pointer flood for another uncon. Then on the lieutenant, I'm going to do a torp spread, and then I'll do a rapid fire. Hold on a second. I will be right back. Okay, I'm sorry. The boss is playing Minecraft and has questions. Okay. Yeah, that buff layout's good. My combat buff is down. Yeah, it is a bug. It is a bug. I'm not going to bother with the dual Pavin because it's not intended. Very much not intended. Okay. Don't worry, as I actually go in and get stuff on my tray here, it will take me just a moment to realize that I forgot something critical as soon as I got into, or as soon as I get into a patrol or something. That's pretty much the curse of trying to get these builds together. I can put the escalation on here, and I'll put fleet power there. I forgot credence, the lithium transporter. Terrible. What is the name of the top DPS ship, Rob? That is a loaded question in a way, because it depends on what difficulty are you doing, what playstyle are you doing. Are you doing solo runs? Are you doing team runs? There's going to be a different answer for each of those, for the most part. Yeah, the trilithium phaser will make a comeback for sure. Like if you're asking what is, what can you use to get the highest DPS record in infected? Well, what difficulty? If you're talking, advanced, it's gonna, I don't know, what are people using right now? Chaps, what are people using right now for solo ISAs? You've been paying attention to that stuff more than me. Protostar Omni or Trilithium? Probably Trilithium. Yeah, I have 2 Omnis on. Also, are you hyperfixating like a certain team of content creators? Terrible. The ships. What are, like, I know, in the past it's been, there's been a variety of things used. I mean, for a while I know it was like the mirror warship, but I haven't really paid attention to ISAs. ISE for me is the main focus when it comes to that sort of stuff, and that's mirror angle for like solo play. I imagine the Damocles would be pretty good too for solo ISAs right now. You use the Mars ship with just broadsiding. Yeah, I know you like your special though. You like your like pilot ships quite a bit for that stuff. Gravwell. Okay. Need to get other things on the tray. Alpha, where you at? I'm gonna get this done here. Just bear with me. And I already forgot the biomolecular shield gen. I dislike that the DSE boons are even showing up here. That's a bit annoying. Think that is almost everything. Tactical initiative, vulnerability assessment. I think I finally got it. Okay, traits. I need to go over to fire at will. So We're going to drop a couple things here. We're going to do Breen Free Fire. We're going to do Broadside Beam Support and Hellbore. The rest is pretty much just going to stay as is. Oh. Terrible. Okay, heading into a patrol. Just doing an Elite Argala. Let me get my parser up here. Darthon, how's it going? The Cavorts and Gatinga, yeah. I don't want to use my buffs quite yet. There we go. The one that I use to solo is the Mirror Angle. The Mirror Angle is from the, was it the 12th anniversary bundle? I don't like the charge up time on the Lance. A bit disruptive.
We do what we want, where we want.
Picked up a tight beam transmission on a new frequency. We're jamming that spectrum of their comms now, but it was probably a call for assistance.
I'm taking you with me.
That's
There we go.
Excellent work. We'll send over a pacification party and take the suspect into custody.
Narada is not a Romulan ship, it is a Hellraiser or Event Horizon ship. Yeah, no Singularity Core is unfortunate. I do really like the Platinum Vandy on it, but I think for me, the Lucari, like any of them with that lighting still wins out. Even the pink. Okay, the request was for me to put exceed rated limits on this. And apparently me talking managed to get Gemini to activate on my phone. I hate AI. Yeah, ERL, I got it. Do I even have that on this bridge officer? Let's find out. Exceed rated limits 3. So one of the downsides to me doing ERL 3 is that it now is going to remove the ability for me to use like any dummy firing modes like for energy weapons here. So that is one downside. Doesn't mean I can put cannons on, so we can do something really interesting here. Hold on. I can make this mixed arm synergy 2. And what we're going to do here is I'm going to spice things up. I have some single cannons here that I've re-engineered at some point in the past. And I can get those on. Yeah, I'm going to change the traits because there's a few traits to change. Also, the shrapnel torpedo console, I don't think I used it all. So I need to find where that was and actually get it on the tray. There we go. Add a torp. Yeah, let's do ultimate torp. I've got the ultimate Omnion. I can do that set. Do I have the torp? That's the question. Apparently not. Well, rip that dream. Yeah, I can do the micro. No, I could do the micro missiles. It was more of the drill lance weapon, considering putting it on a fed ship. Well, it's locked to the ship. It's baked into it. It's like the drill lance here is it's built into the ship. You can't move it elsewhere. There we go. So let's get Hellbore off. Hellbore can go. Green free fire. Broadside beam support. Hellbore. Even Coltro's a little bit questionable here, but I need Vanguard. The trade-off for this ship, which was fire everything. And you know, I can do so this trait also, why was this in the blog? Did I miss this? This trait also removes the continuous power drain when using exceed rated limits. So it's an even stronger ERL buff than was initially described. I could do eclectic, but I could also do complex here. Yeah. Rabid, no. They are a one-time claim and you get to buy the bundle multiple times if you want it multiple times. At least the initial blog did not. Yeah, I've got Vanguard on. Not that I'm going to worry about. Let's get into an infected here. So I'm going to take an exceed rated limit setup into infected. This is what was requested. So this will be interesting. Yeah, Narada is not limited. Still patching? No? Terrible. Tragic, Darthon. This is going to be the shortest stream to date as he rage quits over ERL. No. It's already been a long stream. It only took me... It only took me an hour to even, like, you know, get the patrol done. We're on a... We're speedrunning this. Also, for anyone in the States, this is terrible. 7 Brew, they're like sugar-free energy drink. It's terrible in that it's good. Did I test the console on Board Queen Hive? No. No, I've not.
The situation.
Will I make a summary video of the findings? I do want to get something done for the Narada. Yeah, we love 7 Brew, yeah. They're good. definitely not the best handling ship I've flown, but interesting.
Stop them. A probe is closing in on a transporter. Destroy it.
I don't have a grab wheel. Oh, they all died anyways. Yeah, well, anytime there's a patch on console, like they have to re-download quite a bit of it.
Scans of the starbase are still being disrupted. We will need to send an away team there to look for survivors.
Where overlay? Oh no, I forgot I don't have display capture on. Terrible. Yep. That went pretty much as you would expect for exceed rated limits. It's not good. Like the ship is fine. The ship is fine. I'm just saying exceed rated limits, even with the trait, still is not. I guess I have to be a bit more diplomatic about this. If you like exceed rated limits, then it is capable of doing much more damage than the game requires. But if you're somebody who has a more open mind and is open to other firing modes, then those other firing modes are going to do a hell of a lot more damage. Yeah, the exceed rated limits, with the trait here, it is removing the power cost that you would typically see with exceed rated limits. So I mean that's something. But yeah, at the end of the day, like exceed rated limits is like one of the worst firing modes, and this doesn't change anything in that regard. My boy maxed out his diplomacy stats. Terrible. I need to step away for just a moment, but I'm going to head back to new ROM quick, and I will let people fly next to me for size comparisons. Oh no, champs. Oh, I flew past everyone else. Let me get back to the start. No. Let me get back into new ROM here. I'm going to just step away for a quick moment, and then I will be right back. Let's turn the webcam off. Yeah. Okay, so new ROM number 2 if you want to, fly by the ship. Be right back. Narada versus Narada size comparison. Do we have enough Naradas around? I don't know if we have enough. I mean, Cryptic's enjoying this. Look at how many are there? There's 5 of them here. Have I heard any news regarding when the auto execute for Universal Consoles is going to be? I don't have any new news there, unfortunately. Um, okay, I'm going to go back to Fire at Will, and we will watch the damage go up. There are 5 Naradas, but only Spencer's. Well, it was until I did that loadout swap there. I mean, I just think the colors, you know, it makes the ship pop a little bit more. Whether it's the pink one, the blue one, whatever. The purple. I don't think I have that Lucari one that I saw in the video. Hold on. Lucari. I need to get that. I want to see it. I think it was this one. 300 marks? Where am I going to get 100 more marks? That was a whopping 10 minutes of ERL, and his elitism has already caved in. Terrible. You're not supposed to call me out like that there. What do I have here that is bound in a way that I can move it? There we go. That didn't help. Give me a mark box. I feel like the game is trolling me, not giving me a mark box right now. Okay. That is Lucari. And Lucari. I know, Darthon, I know. I'm going to my ships here, and I'm just going to find some gear bound to my character and just dump it on random ships. That's sort of what you just have to do in Stow, is you just use all of your older random ships as storage, and that works out quite well. Console, here we go. Look at that. Bunch of space right there. Yeah. Would it be accurate that sadly the trait has not ushered in a new era of ERL meta? No, it is not. You knew that. You know that ERL is so far behind everything else. You know. Next, the next lockbox ship will probably be the little frigate pet that we get with the Brignac Thought. I mean, they talked about giving us a player flyable version of that, so that is my expectation. Yeah, I mean, it's appropriate. The Salcombe was like the least impressive of that batch to me. Yeah, okay. Now I've got Fire at Will rolling on this ship, so let's go in and do some more content. Let's do a Hive. Hive Onslaught Elite public queue. Yeah. The Cellcomb console is perfect for us support players. Problem it debuffs instead of buffing teammates. I mean, you know, one of the roles that supports has is debuffing. It's just that the Cellcomb console got confused and you know, it's debuffing your team. It's doing fine. You know, it's not going to be like the new meta DPS platform, but it is a competent layout that is able to do really well. You know, primary America Worker, secondary Temporal is really good. We saw that with the Impersa. The Impersa Lance is a bit better from what I've seen so far. I really, out of the few shots I've had with the Lance on this thing, I've not been impressed. Yeah, Chadwick, apparently Kale said you can buy it as much as you want. Yeah, the Cellcomb is just trying to boost server performance. Yeah. Yeah, 5-3 with lots of isomag room. It's enough to clear all content. Yeah. Yeah, it's got a 1 second charge up time. Yepers. Yeah, no problem. So, I mean, with the Narada, you know, if you want to do CSV on it, fire at will, beam overload, like if for any energy weapon build you want to put on it, it'll do fine. You know, exceed rated limits is, of course, always going to have limitations just due to the state of that power, but yeah. Yeah, this Narada does have a new plasma on it, but they're non-upgradable. Cheops, I can't help myself. Running that damn legendary nebula trait has me spamming Elios toggles even when I don't have the thing on.
Warning, ship is under attack.
Only fools dream of victory where none can be had.
Core shields failing. Rear shield failing.
There be a charge up time, alright.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
I mean, you can use it to stop, you know, dying from feedback. It's got that going for it. These ships give you Babylon 5 Vorlon vibes. Let's see here. Where'd I pick up Valkyries from? It's got to be Hellbore. Yeah. So Hellbore popped off hard there. I need to open CLA. Let's see what this looks like in CLA, where it's got all the Hellbore combined. No. The Herald weapons are upgradable. They're. I'm talking about the Narada came with new plasmas. I'm sorry. Sorry if that came through a bit different. Yeah, it's the Narada has new plasma beams on it, but they are not upgradable. The Herald weapons from the new bundle are upgradable. It's all perfectly balanced. Yeah. I think Hellbore is fine. I don't see anything wrong. Do you see something wrong, Logical? Samuel, how's it going? Terabyte? I don't know. I don't know what their plan is. I mean, they've given us like one-off damage types or like variants, visual variants before, but it just sometimes it sucks to not have any upgradable versions available. No, Mayo, bad. Bad Mayo. No notes. Hellbore is balanced. How's it going? No, it's just it's like normal plasma. Working on secret stuff. Terrible. You'll be happy to know. I've been really busy IRL, and there's a lot of videos and stuff I haven't been able to get done. But you specifically are going to be very happy with a build video I do in the very near future. It's not the Gorn Ground stuff. I real life, like right around last month, really just was a real kick in the nuts. But you'll be very happy about some of the survivability stuff that I was incorporating into a build. I guess I'll give a tease here for people. This is going to be one of the first builds on the Builds channel. I know it's supposed to be the Cavort, but things happened. Yeah, Hellbore's generally a bit more HSE specific. Let's just say that I wanted to see what would happen with the Armstrong for a DPS tank that just flies right into the center of HSE solo. And the survivability tools that we've gotten in the past year allowed me to even do it without running Valdor. I got like bait and switch in there, which actually I think saved me in the video. Yeah, you're gonna enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. Nick will be happy too. Z, I do not know that. No, so there we go. There's an assimilator compared to this. Look at that. Yeah, the assimilator is still like the actual like biggest ship in Stowe. That's player flyable. I'm getting a lot of messages. Bad, Chiaps. Bad. Very, very bad. We're gonna... That we're gonna probably have to not allow some parses there. I can't tell him bad, that just encourages him. I know. Is the console and the Kelvin timeline bundle good? The red matter containment console, It's got a bit of travel time. Basically, the entire use case for it is the banish effect it has, where you can knock some lower ranked enemies out of existence for a short amount of time. How much bigger is it than the Impersa? I will swap to the Impersa very quick because there are two others right around me right now. So I will look at the Impersa here quick just to do a size comparison. A fair bit larger. Yeah, the Impersa is quite tiny in comparison. Yeah. Yeah, it's a sizable difference there. You know what they say about ship sizes. I did do that on stream a week or so back. Yeah. Yeah, no problem. Okay, what TFO do I have? 9 minutes away from the best TFO. Terrible. The bigger they are, the smaller the owner's RAM stick is. Oh no. Kittimer lag test? Okay. Kittimer Vortex Elite public queue. Here we go. You want to see a 5 Narada TFO? We'll arrange that after this. I will do... I guess, like, Into the Breach is the one people always want to see big ships in. Yeah, I looked at the Borg set earlier. We'll do a Breach after this. All Narada. 5 Narada Breach run. So, if you are interested, get your Narada ready. This TFO here will take a few minutes to do. Narada Donata run.
There are 2 active Borg.
Okay, let's get... I really like that pink Vandy on here. Oh, did I get that? Casual promotion, free Naradas to everyone in chat. Terrible. Let the city skyline net graph begin. Oh no, Chiaps.
Your defensive capabilities are unable to withstand us. Lower your shields and await assimilation.
I sort of like the purple, you know, that's given off there, but I don't know, it doesn't quite look as good as that picture in the blog indicated. I think if the rest of the ship was a little bit darker. I just flew right past this. I have friendship stacks on me. Or the friendship console. I appreciate that. There we go. Beautiful. So much haste. is the console. It's up to a 30% Cat 2 buff that it provides there. I'm not really seeing really impressive hits out of the lance so far. The charge up time obviously doesn't help. That never does. Marathon with all the buffs. Appreciate it. Room lighting has improved. If you can believe it, there's only a lamp on right now, and I guess, you know, a little bit of sunlight. I do have a
But sensors detected several
I do have
escapes
other
entering
lights.
the
They're
fortress.
just not on right now.
Dinatra's fate is unfortunate.
But like,
Perhaps
I've got
be liberated from the collective in the future.
this Omron light here that's meant to help. That's at 1%, but it can go much higher. Getting flashbang there. And behind me, I can, you know, maybe get some different lighting on, you know, like a red alert. Doesn't quite look good enough there with that. That's too strong. Turn them all on and go full Kelvin. I mean, I can have it go like a party effect too. Go to Vulcan. I think it might be a bit too soon for that. Yeah, I bought some nice lights. They're not all on right now though. Need a lens flare overlay for OBS. Go to Vulcan. That might be too soon, you know. Your GPU is unable to withstand us. How many GPUs do I need to withstand them? Can I ask a deeps question? Been trying really hard to push solo runs, and I'm just finding at best my opening spike is like 5 mil. There's a little bit of RNG. There's also it's just getting the sequencing right. I can tell you, I was doing a couple on casual on my tack here, and like on a handful, I was getting, you know, openings over 10 billion. But there was also quite a few where it was, you know, like 6 mil. It's just RNG. Okay, I assume Endless, you want in. We're gonna do a 5 Narada breach run. Do I have 5 Naradas here? Is anyone here in a Narada? Yeah. Yeah, I feel like in darker lighting, that Lucari shield has a bit more impact. Well, I'm just trying to get a little bit darker, at least away from the sun a little bit, but yeah, with darker, that's better. There we go. I see another. Okie dokie. Yeah, we can wait. Agony redistributor is especially sensitive to server issues, especially when like 5 people hit it at the exact same time. Let's look at the parse here. What am I getting out of the lance there? CLA. The good thing is the Lance is not as disappointing as the shrapnel torpedoes. The bad thing is that it's that close to the shrapnel torpedoes on the list. Mayo, this Lance needs a little bit of in-person treatment. Okay, let's see. Did it change in any other TFO? You're not getting close to Lances for at least 6 months? What about the shrapnel torpedo? I will say that, like, that's the only thing with the Narada here. Well, there's two things with the Narada that I'm sad about. The first is now seeing that there's these special Kelvin plasma weapons on it. I want upgradable ones. The other thing is, like, I feel like like an actual shrapnel torpedo, like a weapon, especially like imagine like a shrapnel maelstrom or something. That would have been hella fun. Test the red matter at Vulcan. The console is pretty solid. It's up to a 30% Cat 2 damage buff. Like when after the 10 seconds of immunity. The trait is 20 haste, 20 damage, and then it doubles up to 40/40 while you have ERL up. It also, with ERL, it removes the power drain. So it's really good for ERL, but it's not anywhere near enough to really move the needle for ERL in the current meta. Yeah, Krog, I would say, you know, if you're really bothered by it, then like I would put a ticket in and say, you know, hey, I just had to do this. Can you compensate the Dylan salvage? ERL, yeah, ERL just needs to not be a firing mode. It needs to be something that works alongside your firing mode, like suppression barrage. I'm just looking at Discord here. Jammers, you're right. You're fine. Let me grab you here. Okay, we've got 5 Naradas ready to go in, I think. Yeah. Let me go to TFO chat. All ready. Yeah, 5 Narada breach run. Okay, where's that here? Breach. Probably starts with a B, doesn't it? Record. Okay. Watches intently. Let me minimize myself here too. Okay. Here we go. They better all have quad torps. Terrible. I'm just seeing this beautiful Nadarian in front of me. The Nadarian is such a beautiful ship. Yeah, yeah. Angel doing good. Didn't know this version of your channel existed. It's something I've recently started up. I meant to like start posting build videos on it like last month, and then things happened IRL.
The fourth fortress ship is vulnerable. It's tough.
Retora, that is toxic. 5 Naradas. Beautiful. I should do demo record. Yeah, it will be. The issue is if I just slapped like a rainbow cannon setup on every build, it people want to see diversity. People don't want to see the exact same build on everything. Yeah, they should have a stream today. There we go. Yeah, and Fire at Will for this content especially is wonderful. So what's feedback in me or something? What is that? Well, they had to scale it down, and I think they, you know, at this point, it's clear that they feel like ships around the size of like the Brinya thought are about as far as they want to push things. So that's where the scaling ended up. I mean, this is funny to see. I do have demo record going, so I can, you know, go back through later on and get better footage of this run if I want. But I do appreciate everyone that has joined for this Narada run. It is certainly something. I mean, I agree. I wish it was a little bit bigger. But I get the limitations. Rally at the breach site.
We've detected a...
Here they go. Get all the ships. Okay, what are we missing? No V'ger covering the entire map? No. I'll prepare ship. There we go. Up there's still a, oh, that hangar's closed. We got 4 or 4. There's a few Voth ships that apparently have evaded us. Just a remaster. You know, we got a remaster too with the Sao Paulo recently, so. Because Pavin auto fires on, I couldn't hit the activation here. Terrible. I mean, a better Daredevil would be cool. I think the most ridiculous breach run you could do right now would be the like 5 simulators. I mean, even with the turn rate on this, I feel like I'm still able to move around, you know, decently well. Definitely a little bit of gliding, you know, past things at points, but for the most part, it's been fine. Yeah. It's one rescued. Where's the next? I mean, is it the best ship I've ever handled? No. Oh boy. That was a bit of lag right there. Damn you, auto-firing Pavin. The Voth would be so mad if Borg got 5 assimilators anywhere near him. Yeah. I should have seen what would happen if I flew into those things that were going to crush me right there. There we go. I was gonna go hit my DPRM. It's always funny assimilating the core at the end, yeah. You can't kill me now, bud. You can't kill me for the next couple seconds. Now what? Now you gotta wait for it to stop. Playable cube when? Never. Would be funny. Logical. Terrible. Well, three have gotten out. I mean, it's a large ship, but I don't know. I think we've gotten so many large ships in the past couple of years that it doesn't, you know, you can definitely tell it's not handling perfect, but it's not that like
Excellent work.
large to
Your
me.
efforts have deprived the Voth of a valuable asset.
Good run. Playable Borg sphere. When that was brought up in the past, it was, you know, basically that people wouldn't be able to tell which direction the ship is going. Now, if we can just get some Fed ships, what are you talking about, Hammer? The Feds ain't had enough. You're right. You know, the other factions don't need any ships. It's just, we need more Fed. I don't like flying ships that large, and sometimes they get in the way during TFOs. That's fair. That's fair. I'm going to leave the task force operation. So thank you everyone for joining that for the five Narada run. I'm going to do another public queue of infected now with the fire at will setup on the Narada compared to what I was using before. I can hear that Nice is extremely happy in the other room. Let's see. I guess I never put like section 31 on this. Weird argument. Where's the front of the Nadarian? That's a good point. Yeah. Logical.
The situation is grim. All attempts to hail the starbase have failed. We must...
Let's see. Let's get Lucari back on. Yeah, very true.
Scanning the nanite transformer. Gun. Additional data is available.
There's a Mara in here.
The nanite
Terrible.
repair the transformer. Stop now.
Can't move fast enough. I don't have enough speed for this type of engagement. Terrible. Mara coming in with a mere angle. Flashbacks from the Harmony. Yeah, so one way, like with the jellyfish, to see what way you're going is like you just have the comp engines visible because that's on the back of the ship. Oh, Mara, I see how it is. I see how it is. That was a little bit better, but that run was a little bit messed up. There's a lot of firepower in that run. Yeah. Your personal best with 1.511. Nice. Get that uploaded. Yeah, logical. That is lucky. My issue is like I don't really care about the dilithium. The issue is I don't have salvage on all these characters, so I need like a salvage care package from Cryptic for all the characters. I'm gonna have to redo the Pavin on. There you go. You were trying that. You were trying that, Mara. Mara just sent me a DM. Yeah, Mara's doing the full Tholian 4-piece, which I guess is more viable now, isn't it? Because the Tholian, they're part of that set. It was an Omni, wasn't it? Yeah, yeah. Okay, so that yeah, because there's the Omni, there was a console, and then the Warp Core, but the Warp Core we already are running. The Shield would be a bit rough, but like giving up a, I mean that certainly makes Tetron viable. Yeah. Bad Mara. Trying to make Tetrion viable. Because now you can do that Tholian set without, losing the Pavin. Yeah, I mean, I like the Narada. It's a little bit slow to handle, but it's manageable. It's a good platform. The Impersa was really good also, so it makes sense. Okay. What a glorious day for Stowe this is. New ERL meta and OP Tetrion. It hurts. It hurts to think about. It is with subsystem shield targeting build. Terrible. I still am not a fan of ERL. If ERL was not a firing mode and just something that worked alongside firing modes, it would be much better. But as is, it still is just, it's rough for me. But my issue is with single target builds is that I'm so spoiled by using AoE focus setups for most of the past 15 years, that whenever you go from like the AoE builds to single target, it feels awful. That never helps when I'm trying to present or look into the single target stuff a bit more. It feels rough. Rip the price of Tetra and Isomags now that Spencer has said live on stream that they are viable. That's true. I still feel the issue with the specialization firing modes, it's they're weaker, but there's also the fact of you losing out on the ability to really take advantage of some of the nice traits we have. Like, if I go in and I use ERL, that means that I can't use like fire at will and a cannon firing mode to get more stacks of cultural. And cultural is already at a disadvantage in a way because mine firing modes are technically not firing modes. That still hurts me. That's a little bit painful to hear. Yes, Hyper. I agree. I think that popped up when Mara, Cheops, and myself were doing like a captain's table about a year back. I'm pretty sure that's pretty much how things rolled. Yeah. You are fine with the nerf to surgical strikes if it allows you to stack it with Fa. Likes, I don't, let me see. I don't know how many likes there are. I do appreciate everyone that's, showing up here because this is still on the secondary channel, but yeah, 58, I appreciate it. 170 watching on YouTube, and we have another 49 on Twitch. The YouTube side really does quite well sometimes. What is that Tron like Vandy shield? That's Lucari. Yeah, I know. Is there a dev stream starting up in about 20 minutes, Mile? Do you know? Has there been an announcement for that? I would assume that there is, but I just... Confirmation. No idea. I'm gonna check here. Yes, the likes are appreciated on YouTube. If you're on Twitch, if you're on Twitch and if you have Amazon Prime, you get a free Prime sub each month, and I do greatly appreciate those. Have I ever done a carrier build video? I'm pretty sure at some point I have. I've definitely done streams using like carrier setups. In fact, yeah, on the Kelvin bundle, the Kelvin bundle stream, I most certainly did. We're gonna do something a smidge different here. Z, thank you for the Prime sub. I do appreciate that. Isomags, yeah, Isomags work with all firing modes because it's just a weapon power buff. I'm going to take the console off of the Narada, and what I want to do here, I think my hive is available, and I want to do something here. I want to see how much this changes the Armstrong for me. Yeah, Isomags work with any energy weapon firing mode because it's just a weapon power buff. Everwind. The niece is very, very happy right now. Okay, what do I want to drop here? I'm just debating. Yeah, I think escalation is going to drop for this test. Okay, where did that go? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the console off the Narada. I'm going to fly to the center of Hive Onslaught Elite, and I'm going to see how it goes. This is going to, we're going to do it solo too. Is this going to be solo Hive, seeing how much the Narada console changes things for me. Terabyte, thank you for the Prime sub. Really appreciate it. This should be fun. Yeah. So I am using the Armstrong with like a DPS tank setup. It's Rainbow because, you know, Rainbow's the current meta. And it's going to be nice. I do have that Tholian. I've got the Omni on. It's not going to do too much though because I don't have Tetran weapons on. Solo Hive. Somebody's jealous of Cheops Ariori. Terrible. Actually, I need to have that Bream Polaron back on for Twinkling Lights. Yeah, I've also really been finding the new hanger pets off of the Newton to be quite good for boosting survivability. Yeah. Yeah, for sure, everyone. So, how do you guys feel in chat? Am I going to be able to survive this solo, or am I about to get dumpstered by the
Did you think you had destroyed me?
by the Borg? What do you guys think is going to happen here? Do I have enough deeps to just push through the entire start here, or is it gonna get rough? Yeah, faith of the heart. Again, I have no Valdor on either. Sphere it. What's left? Oh, board cube behind me? Really? That's unfortunate. Double cutscene. I hate that. Go. Oh, feedback? I thought I saw feedback for a moment there. I was gonna say, oh, that could be rough. So the thing is with Hive, because of how it's designed, there is a fail condition if there's not two people alive like in the map for phase 2. So if you're doing these solo, just something to be aware of. You will fail second phase no matter what, just because of that 2-player requirement. Not the best solo run there, but 150 seconds solo no death. Well, that's the thing, is if she had hit feedback pulse, I would have been able to have stayed alive because of the Narada console. I lived. I flew right to the center, and I lived. And then the Narada console did help. I probably would have went through this a little bit faster with something else on to give me a bit more damage, but I mean, having the Narada console there to give you, you know, some backup against like a feedback pulse is quite good. Scoop us all that space junk, man? No, no, no. We gotta leave that space junk there. As usual, the Borg let you down. But can I do it with the California class? I don't have the California. Oh, that's true, Bacon. Well, it's a lot of work to go through and salvage all that. Morris, thank you for the Prime sub. And I believe I did get your parse approved. Cali class is best class. I did forget to put the video on it, though. We need to get that process smoothed out a little bit. Terrible elite, Jeffrey. Gotta spam F to collect. Terrible. Let's see. How's the video doing from today? Number one, 4.3K views in the past 4 hours. That's doing really good. What is the comments on it like? The hotness, I'm sorry to hear you're not happy there. 10 seconds of God mode. Omni Beam buffs. Never thought I'd hear this sequence of words. I like the reactions, you know, when there's changes like this that are put in the game. Yeah, I think that Brotherhood of the Sword is going to be like the best option. In fact, I need to do one. I'm going to do a Brotherhood of the Sword here for the event daily. And I'm going to use the new repeater pistol that we just got. The one from the Lobby store. So I'm going to have that on and then the cool 2-piece there. Yeah, Brotherhood of the Sword. The other one, the other ground one, that can be done pretty fast too. Get the exploding pistol too. Oh. You want me to have both? Yeah, they put in with the update today. I didn't catch this in my news video earlier, but they put in the pistol from the Narada, like Nero's pistol there, the Romulan repeater. So that is now in the game. They also added the Klingon Superior Officer Dagger. So this goes into a device slot, replaces your tertiary melee punch. And this is just a little knife that will give you some passive bonuses whenever you deal melee physical damage. Correct, Hyper. That's not a functionality supported by the game. Yeah, Ken, if that, like, if you have the Narada console active, like, when that's about to go off, yeah, but I mean, you can also stop that just by having temporal specialization as your primary. Like, any of the things that will, like, keep you alive and prevent you from dying, basically, those will all stop that. Hyper, if you drop your character name at handle in chat, there's gonna be a few PvC people on that can get you in. I talk about, you know, using the new Lobby ground weapon, and then I proceed to use all my kit modules.
You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Yeah, with the Brotherhood of the Sword, I mean, it's just, you know, go in, hit the buttons.
The devices are resetting. Synchronize and try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time.
Console did get some of the general patches, but like the new stuff now. Okay, I think Devil's Heart might be faster. Yeah, because you need people to hit the buttons here. I'm forgetting that's the thing. The devices are resetting. Is the game volume too loud compared to my voice?
The heralds are activating a new set of devices.
Because if it is, just let me know and I can adjust my audio settings.
You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously.
Okay.
The
Perfect.
heralds are activating a new set of devices. Proceed to that location.
Yeah, King Carl. There's a lot of update videos that need to happen. It's just getting time to line up for it.
15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously. The devices are resetting.
Damn it, I thought I hit mine in time.
And try again. Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the other two Iconian devices simultaneously. The heralds are
Beautiful.
activating a new set of devices. We need to move to
Yeah,
the
if you have a
next
team that just goes through and hits the buttons, then it's really fast. Okay. Yeah, and that's something I need to get sorted out on the Discord also. I'll explain it after this because I'm gonna raid the cryptic stream if they are going. But I want to just take a moment to explain like the idea I have for memberships on the builds channel here.
The devices are resetting. Synchronize and try again.
Damn it.
Initiate shutdowns at the same time. You have 15 seconds to disable the
Mar,
other
if you're
two
listening, I
Iconian
haven't noticed
devices
that.
simultaneously. A herald leader is here. Stop it before it can break into the Great Hall.
Yeah, there's a lot of old set omnis that I think we're going to be revisiting here. There we go. Bughole, how's it gone? Did I get to test the Narada? Yeah.
The heralds are driven back for now. But they shall
I flew the
certainly
Narada
return.
most of the stream.
Chancellor Jimpock remains secured the Great Hall.
Yeah, I guess let's see how much of a player spike is there today. Let's look at 9,900. It seems like a bit more than usually I would see this time of day. 1 month. Well, it's also, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on today. You know, July, of course, had a big spike. Yeah, I mean, it seems like this is a pretty big spike compared to most recent weeks. So that's good to see. Okay, is Cryptic doing their live? Yeah, they are. Okay. Yeah, so before I bail out and raid the Cryptic stream, I guess I'll just take a moment to explain, what's going on here. So let me pull this up. Okay. So, I've already got memberships obviously enabled on the main channel, the Twitch and all that. But with the builds channel, the idea is with that is it's got a few extra perks compared to the other ones, and it's basically the lowest tier casual builder is netting you the ability to vote on the next ship build, and at $10 you're getting the ability to put a request in. I need to set up the section on Discord for this, but the idea is people at that tier will be able to submit their request to like a thread channel on the Discord or something, and then that's what people vote on. Is people will vote on the ideas that are put in there, and then like I'm gonna grab a couple of those, and every month, I'll grab a couple of them just to do those as videos that people have voted on. There's, of course, one-on-one, just like with the main channel. Now, if you do one-on-one, you have to reach out to me. I have no way to reach out to you. So if you want to have a conversation, you have to reach out to me. And then, of course, there's the build whale. If you really want a build video and you want to skip the vote process, there's an option for it. Oh no, live now, you sold 50 keys for 60 million because you forgot 10. Oh no, that's pain. That's pain. Oh, I'm sorry. That's a rough one. If it makes you feel better, someone apparently sold a stack of 100 for like 2.5 mil earlier, so it's a good day for people that are next to the exchange. I'm sorry to hear that though. That's a rough one. Okay. Yep, I'm going to raid the Cryptic stream here. So they are looking at the Narada today, so let's get that raid going. My next video on the CasualSAB channel is going to be a mouse video because I pushed that back off today, because of this stuff. So I have that product video to do, and then I'm clear the product videos for a little bit. If it helps, someone sold a Narada for 149 today. Oof. Now that is a steal right there. Okay, raid is out. If you guys are on the YouTube side, let me see if I can do a redirect. Star Trek Online. Yeah. You can try to reach out to people, but it's... Oh, that's really loud. Yeah, you can try to reach out. Okay, is the Cryptic stream set up in such a way that I can redirect? We are about to find out. Customization, redirect. No, they don't have it disabled or enabled. Okay. Okay, for the people on the YouTube side, Cryptic stream is live right there. They are also over on Twitch. If you want to watch on Twitch, I think that's where their giveaways are going on. So, you go to the YouTube or Twitch, whichever you prefer. Links are there. I'm going to bail out for now. So thank you all for tuning in. Sorry, let me see. Spencer's laughing because he's the one who scooped up both listings. No, I'm not. I don't have EC. I'm broke. Oh no. Dread. Appreciate it. That's nice of you to do there. Okay. YouTube people, there's the links. Thanks for tuning in. See you all around.